TV's Paul Workman joins me now from Colombo, Sri Lanka. So, Paul, tell us about this national day of mourning that happened there today and the beginning of the funerals.
Hello, Beverly. Yes. Well, at about 8:30 this morning, exactly the hour when the first attacks happened here, the country stopped for 3 minutes of silence. It's a very mournful day here, obviously, but there is also a huge amount of anguish and concern, deep concern about the security of the country, because people are very upset and wondering what happened, why there was such a colossal failure of intelligence. And it's really being reflected, I think, in the pages of the newspapers here, as well as questions to the government about why it missed this intelligence, these warnings about these attacks, and why nothing more was done to prevent them. So it's a combination today, a great sense of mourning, the first mass funerals, and also this deep concern, this unsettling feeling about the security of Sri Lanka, Bev.
And are we getting any more information about the warnings that they had, or how far in advance those warnings were received?
We're certainly learning a lot more about this group, this homegrown group that very few people knew about. It does seem as if they were responsible, and the government here is absolutely convinced that they were getting outside help. Now, whether this came from ISIS or from some other group, they do not know, but they believe that these people, these attackers, were not sophisticated enough to make their bombs and coordinate their attacks the way they did, the hotels, the churches, all at the same time. And that is the direction, of course, that the investigation is now going, complicated by today's claim from ISIS that it was responsible, or that it indeed helped these people commit their attacks.
And we're also getting a look. We've been running videos of one of the suspects, Paul.
Absolutely. And this video, surveillance video, came to light in the last 24 hours, showing one of the bombers carrying a very heavy knapsack into St. Sebastian Church, to a community that's just about 20 miles from here. You can actually see him walking into the church, across the courtyard and inside. And we know that a very huge explosion happened after that inside. There were many dozens of people killed in that church. And that today is where the first mass funeral took place, Beverly. 30 caskets brought into the church. There was a service, and then they were taken and put into a mass grave, buried together as they died together on Easter Sunday.
CTV's Paul Workman in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Thank you very much for joining us.